Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Apologies for the long hiatus. I didn't plan to be gone for 4 weeks. Here we are. Started a new job, tried to get into, the rhythm of the new job. Had an interview for a different job later on next year that I had to travel to and do in person. And then I went on vacation, which I just got back from like 3 days ago. So anytime I had free time, my brain was just like, nah, I just couldn't. I had no time. It's been a rough 4 weeks. Last 4 weeks have been rough, to say the least. But I am back, and the Eternals are out, and I'm gonna go watch the Eternals today. So, going in before we start with the Eternals, remember, I know nothing. I know that they are like, they're not celestial beings. I've been away from the internet for like 2 weeks, and it's weird. I know nothing. Unfortunately, I do know a spoiler from one of the post-credit scenes because of Harry Styles, I think, and whatever dumbass reporter let slip that he was supposed to be like Thanos' brother or whatever. Again, that means nothing to me. I don't know what that means. Is he gonna be a big purple? Are you telling me that I'm gonna look at Harry Styles as a big purple dude? He's gonna be a big purple dude, isn't he? How is this gonna, like, how is this gonna work? Is he gonna be green? Like, is he gonna be orange? I am expecting Harry Styles to be some kind of weird ass color and a flamboyant. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna watch it, okay? But I'm here for the Eternals, so let's just go ahead and go. Let's go down to the movies. Let's go watch. Okay, here at the theater, as you can see. Anything about Eternals? Yeah, I don't think I covered this. I think I was like ready to just leave the house, so like I'm a half an hour early to this movie. But yeah, with the Eternals, they're supposed to be going after deviants. Don't know what a deviant is, except for they look like those monster thingies in the trailer, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. This is also supposed to happen after the snap, the second snap. People came back, and now they're. I guess that is the beacon that brings the deviants in, or is it like the beacon from Shang-Chi? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what the hell is going on. I do know that this is an origin story for the Eternals, and I'm so excited. The fact that I've actually, there's nine of them? Eight, nine? Let's see. I used to know their names. I know there's Icarus, Gilgamesh. Okay, I'm Sprite. I'm not gonna list them off because now I don't remember. I'm so out of practice. The only thing I want out of this movie, like again with Shang-Chi, I just want it to be fun. I just want it to be a really good origin story for the Eternals, because Shang-Chi was a really good origin movie for like the first time in a while since, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to say Iron Man because that's the beginning one. It's been since maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, even though I'm not a fan of them, the movie is really good. Again, with the Eternals, I'm hoping that even though it's a bunch of new characters, I hope that it only deals with like a little bit of what exactly is going on in the MCU, because there's every property so far, like all of the shows that have come out, they're all like continuing from the snap from Endgame. Everything is a continuation. This one kind of is too, but it's an origin story, so I'm hoping that even with Shang-Chi, like the way that Shang-Chi was, it was a complete standalone. I'm hoping that only a little bit of the overall MCU will go into this film. That's my only hope as of right now, because I want to be able to get to know these characters and stuff, and I really hope that 2 hours is enough time to get to know 9 different people. It should be. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to say. I'm just gonna go watch this film. So I will see you guys back here in 2 hours for my initial thoughts.
2 hours later.
So, I have some feelings. Wow. That was a lot more serious and dramatic than I thought it was gonna be. I don't honestly know what I expected out of this movie. I didn't really expect much, but Chloe Zhao's great. Directorial choices were wonderful. Kevin Feige was correct when he just said that Eternals was going to change everything in the MCU. Because I can't. That was dramatic. And I'm scared.
Earth is gonna blow up, guys. Oh my god. Where the f do we go from here? So I'm gonna let it sit with me on my drive home, and I'll get back to you on more feelings.
The next morning.
Hey, I'm gonna cut in here and say that this is the section where there are spoilers. So, do with that what you will. Alright, I didn't mean for me to sleep on this that long. I got home late, then my lights went out. I had to go buy new lights, and that one looks like it's coming off, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And
Anyway,
Eternals, the film. Okay, let's get down to the meat of this movie. Oh my god, it is damn near depressing, isn't it? I went in thinking, like I said, I didn't really expect much, but in my head, I was thinking that maybe this would be like a family unit, which it is. You know, the Eternals, there's 9 of them. It is a bit of a family unit, but it's also like Ajax is like their boss. I don't know. I didn't expect any of them to die. We started with 9, and now there are, what, 6? We'll get to the end credits eventually, but we're gonna start off with the meat. I liked how they went back and forth and told the story of the Eternals. It's a lot of information to take in like, what, 2.5 hours? I can't remember what the runtime of it is. It's a family unit. You get the sense of it being a family unit. Granted, I kind of wish that, you know, some of the characters were fleshed out. You don't get that, especially for the ones who die, but the thing is like, even if you don't get it all that much, those deaths kind of hit you because of the people who are mourning. Like Angelina Jolie, Athena mourning Gilgamesh. I was in tears. She had me in tears. All of those emotional highs, they got me. Which, you guys know, it's really not that hard for me to get emotional. I do also like that they played into some of the mythology, like, yeah, Athena is Athena, even though you drop the A or whatever. And, you know, she's the god. Athena is technically the goddess of warcraft, not war itself. That's Ares. But I'll forgive them. I should have seen it coming with Icarus, because him showing up in London at the very beginning was a little suspect, because no one else did show up. But as soon as he said, you know, you don't know me like you think you do, I was like, he killed Ajax, didn't he? He's the reason that she's dead. Lo and behold, I do think it is fitting, though. As much as the one thing that makes me mad is that they cast Richard Madden as Icarus, and then they kill him off. And granted, the fact that it's so poetic, because his name is Icarus, and then he flies too close to the sun, and that's how he dies, and blah, 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 and all the myth and stuff, and whatever. But you got Richard Madden to be in the MCU, and then you kill him. I am so mad. So mad. Why is it that he has to die? Is Cinderella the only thing that he's in that he doesn't have to die? I can't remember if he dies in Bodyguard or not, but I'm so tired of watching the man die. He's becoming Sean Bean. I'm tired of it. Let's see. All of the celestial stuff, you're gonna have to forgive me. I probably already forgot. The biggest takeaway is that the Celestial, Erisham, is that his name? That's the one with all the... Now, do all the Celestials look alike? Do they all have the little 6 eyes? Because every time, they all look a little bit different, but they also all look the same with the eyes and the stuff, and I don't know, they look like a 6th thing of dice. It's weird. But, like, his whole thing, I mean... I'm assuming that everything that happens with Eternals happens within the sacred timeline. Okay, this is another thing. Once because I guess in the films, we haven't really established when the timeline breaks yet, which is probably going to be with Spider-Man No Way Home, I'm assuming. So I'm assuming that, with the exception of Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Eternals, they're happening multiversal split. Yeah, Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that the sacred timeline of the films is like the main timeline, and so all of these shows have been branches off of them so far. Shit's about to get really weird whenever the timeline actually physically does finally explode, because we still don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Spider-Man Far From Home with the Eternals. Like, can they bring back Icarus? Can they find other Eternals? Like, they said that there were multiple ones. Are they like doppelgangers? Are they the same ones? But then this brings into question our first end-credit scene, the mid-credit scene, with Harry Styles being named Eros. And if you know anything about Greek mythology, Eros is the god of love, i.e. Cupid. And Harry Styles is the god of love. It could not be more brilliant. It is so great. I really, 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 really wished that dumbass reporter for whoever, I don't even know what it came from, but I remember it being on Twitter because the premiere happened before I left for vacation, which was before Halloween. I could really shoot that reporter in the foot, you know? I can't assume that it's a dude. It probably was, but I can't assume that. Really? You had to go and you had to spoil that? I mean, come on. I mean, that would have been great if you just heard him and then all the directioners would have been screaming. It would have been hilarious. But anyway, Eros, he is another Eternal, which I knew in the comics that Thanos was an Eternal from the comics. In the movies, we just kind of knew that he was a Titan, and that was about it. Well, why is he purple? Why is Eros not purple or pink or big or whatever? Why is he not CGI? Why is he an actual person? I need explanation. One of them was adopted, and I'm thinking it was Eros. Being that whenever Thanos showed us our flashback of Titan, they all looked like him. So, I'm assuming that this Eternal was adopted. To prelude that, I know that Thena and Druig and Makari are out in space. And then I don't remember if no, he wouldn't have taken Sprite because Sprite is no longer an Eternal. She is a human now, so he only took Kingo, Cersei, and Phastos. Because technically now there's 6 instead of 7, so because only 3 of them died. Was there 10? Oh shit, was there 10 to begin with? Oh my god. Alright. There was 10. I thought there were 9. Now there's only 6. And one of them is now a human. Which is cool. But anyway, what I was saying about being able to bring any of them back. The time, like, the multiverse is about to split open. You're gonna bring some of them back. Yeah? Because, I really want Richard Madden to come back. If you think my thirst for Sebastian Stan is, you don't even know. Anyway. Yeah, so Ereshkigal wants to create Celestials, and the only way to create Celestials is to, like, bust up planets, which is kind of cool, that they have to, like, grow and stuff. It's kind of the same thing that, like, what Ego was doing, isn't it? Because Ego was, like, planting his own seed in certain places, but that was only doing, like, one being, and they weren't full Celestials. They were, like, half. But also, Ego was a whole planet. I forget that he was more than just a little... than Kurt Russell. He was an actual whole planet. How does that work? Why is he a planet and not one of those big dice looking Celestials? Why? What's the difference? Is there a difference? What is this? Why did he choose to be a planet? What are we gonna do with the Celestial that is now stuck on Earth and frozen because of what Cersei's done? Is he going to become the planet now? Like, are you telling me that he no longer lives? Because I don't trust this. I mean, her powers could be, you know, substantial and whatnot, but I don't trust that he's not gonna, like, break open and then destroy Earth while he emerges. And why is that the way that Celestials are born? Shouldn't they, like, come out of, like, dying stars or something? I don't know. I don't want to get into that kind of speculation of it. I don't know.
I don't know how any of this works.
The other end credit scene at the end is... obviously, Dane Whitman becoming the Black Knight, sort of. He found out that his lineage is, like, dark or whatever, and he's supposed to become the Black Knight. I know nothing about the Black Knight, so feel free to let me know. But who was the voice? Because he said, I don't know if I'm ready, or he said that he was ready for this, and then someone cut in and said, are you sure you're ready for this? And I'm like, who is that voice? Because I feel like I know that voice, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out who the voice is. Do you know? Do you know who the voice is? Other than that, I thought the movie was fine. It looks great. It's definitely something that I'm going to want to re-watch. Again, like I said, I think Shang-Chi is what I said, is that I usually go in with Marvel movies, depending on the Marvel movie, especially these newer ones, I usually just go in thinking that they're like B. I'd give this one a B, B+. It's a lot of information to take in. It's a lot more dark and dramatic than most of the other ones. I mean, yeah, you still get your jokes and stuff, which I actually really enjoyed. I loved the sarcasm in this movie. But it's not overly quippy, and it's relatively actually like very serious, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the seriousness and the dramatic, like the drama of this movie, because that's different. Like this one actually feels like there's been like real stakes. Earth is going to blow up. Yeah, that's a stake. Yep, those are. Don't you dare tell me that those aren't some stakes. Honestly, I was thinking that maybe this was gonna be like a different like this was one of the multiversal things, multiversal like timelines. I honestly expected like them to lose. I actually kind of wanted Earth to blow up. I was like, yes, please let the celestial come to life. I don't know. It's interesting. Don't know where it's gonna go from here. Kevin Feige said that this was gonna change everything going forward. I mean, yeah, Earth is literally in danger again from a celestial being from space. And I think it just really shows that a lot of what's going to happen going forward. I mean, even when you look at like the lineup, I think it's like half galaxy, half Earth stuff, which will probably turn into more like 40-60 kind of stuff. I don't know. We're getting ready to go into space, and I'm really excited about it. I mean, we've been in space, but it's just going to get a lot bigger because space is infinite. There is no end to it, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go into space. So, that being said, I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye!